Okay, so you want to do the same thing when you're attacking B. Grab the bomb as Brimstone, assuming you're still holding that in-game leader role. People are listening to you. You can do A or B right off the bat. It doesn't matter. As soon as you have a full buy, you can go for this. You can even execute these types of approaches with just 2 smokes, even on the pistol rounds or an eco round, round 2, round 3. It really doesn't matter. So what we're going to do here is we're going to send 3 to hookah, which is this room right here. It's called B window right here. Most people are calling it hookah. We're going to send 3 hookah, and then 2 down lobby through B long. You're going to be one of the people that goes through B long, but you're going to start right here as if you're going to hookah. So you're going to ask 3 people here, and you're going to say, I'm going to go B long, someone come with me. Right when the barrier breaks, you're going to have 1 smoke ready. That smoke is going to be positioned precisely right here. You're going to throw that down, and you're not going to move. You're going to go left, but your team's going to walk up and peek this with 3 people. And they're going to have a good LOS right here, so they can check right here and burn anybody that's hanging out right here. But anyone else coming around, they're going to have to get way over here to get a good LOS. And they're not going to be comfortable doing that because chances are the enemy team is going to want to hang out right here. They're going to want to hang out right here. They're going to wait for that smoke to go down, and you're going to burn them because you're going to have 3 guys sitting there. If they peek around here, it's an easy kill. Usually people send 1 to 2 people to hookah, so it's a good push, especially if you haven't tried it yet. They're not going to be ready for it. So you make sure you put that smoke down at a place where it kind of blocks off the line of sight the whole way around, but your team can see around here, catch anyone around here, and jump on them right through here. Take the left, check the right, wall bang him, fire in there, get a couple shots off, and start looking for the point. Then you've got 3 people right here you can spill out. Those teammates can watch. You can have 1 person hanging out at hookah right here. They're going to watch that door right there. You're going to have 1 person watching the flank, because at this point, if you've got a few picks, the other team often takes that teleporter right here. So this is where you want to be to watch and make sure that no one comes around on the flank from you. So 2 people stay in hookah. 1 can hop out onto the point and start looking around. You can check the elbow. You can loop around in here, and you can secure the point. Now that's how your teammates are going to approach. That's what you're going to ask them to do. You don't really have to communicate a lot of that to them. You don't have to like give them the in-depth instructions that I did. But if you're playing with this stack, you know, they'll be aware of this. If you've played a couple times, you can practice this strategy. As soon as you put that down, you just tell them to push. They'll figure it out. You've given them the tools with your smoke. You gave them the tools. So as soon as you drop that smoke, starting back at the beginning of the round, you drop that smoke, they start moving there. They're walking slow, silently. You're going to walk around this corner. You've got 1 person pushing B long with you. You're going to grab a smoke, and you're going to put it right
Smoke's down.
And then you walk slowly, check right here. You're clear right here. Do a quick corner check here. Walk around. A lot of people don't hold this. In my experience, they don't hold this room right here. And you can walk right through. You can walk through your smoke, or that wasn't the best smoke. You want to put it kind of like maybe
down.
here, so that when you come around, yeah, there we go. That's a better one. So when you come around, you check right here. You're looping around. You can still see around this corner, and you can check right there. Or you can sit. A lot of times people are killing in hookah, so I take this really slow. I'll just get up here. Use the smoke to get up here and make them move. Check right there. No one's right there. I'll peek out right here. Often you might find someone hanging out right here, but most of the time, if anyone else is watching B, they're going to be watching B elbow, which is this little elbow right here. So there's usually gonna be someone hanging out right there. You can go for the gunfight. You can take your teammate in and go for the gunfight. Someone from hookah can move in, go for the gunfight, try and get the pick. But another easy way to handle this is I'll just go ahead and use my 30 smoke right there on hookah. And as soon as that hits down, I'll start planting. I'll say, cover me. Our teammate starts moving out onto the point, and you've got them smoked off right there. Now they're flustered. They don't know what to do. You just took positions all over the point, and just like on A, you've got the element of unpredictability on your side. They have no idea where you are. They just know that you came in, you probably murked 1 or 2 of their teammates, and they're having to rotate fast, and the bomb is already down. You're inducing panic into the other team, especially if they're inexperienced players, especially if this is just pickup games. They aren't full stacks. They don't have set strategies. They're not used to this type of aggression. You don't often see this type of aggression at getting the bomb down and using utility. So you use those 2 smokes. That's 1 in hookah, 1 right around here on your push, and then 1 right here. If you don't want to burn your 3rd smoke right off the bat, as you're pushing through, check here. Have your teammate that's pushing B along with you, check hookah. I mean, not hookah. Check the elbow. Tap anyone that's hanging out here in the 2v1. Even if you lose one, you grab the bomb and you plant. From there, as soon as you've planted, if you didn't use a third smoke on elbow, you can use it on that LOS. You can still smoke elbow if someone comes around. You can even smoke hookah or the back. Sometimes it's rare, but sometimes people will flank like way over here. And if you've got a full 5-man, if none of you have died yet, or even you have like 4 people left, I'll just drop a smoke right here. Drop this smoke right here just to buy time. Because I mean, at this point, when you know that they're starting to rotate, smokes also buy time. It's a concept that kind of holds over from Counter-Strike, in that smokes are really good utilities, but they also, when the bomb is down, they buy time, because the enemies, it's gonna be rare that people just walk through your smoke, especially so far in this game. People are not just gonna like be like, oh, smoke, well, I have to run, unless the bomb's about to go off. So you're just buying yourself time on the timer, so that even if some of your teammates get murked and people are moving around, you've set yourself up for success, because you've got that bomb down and you're sitting on it. It's ticking away while they're doing a slow rotation. They're checking all their corners. They're probably rotating through mid. They're probably rotating through A short, A link, B link, trying to come around here. They're checking for hookah. Every once in a while you'll see someone go B long, but they don't really push from there unless they have a whole team. Like, unless it's like still a 4v5. So like, you have unpredictability on your side. And then in their minds, they're panicking. Even if they're not like freaking out, they're going, okay, we have to do something here. We have to move quickly and decisively, and we have no idea exactly where this team is going to be set up and waiting for us. So you just, same thing like you did on A, once the smokes are down, once the bombs are down, you spread out. You have someone hanging out in this corner right over here. Hang out in elbow. Go through elbow. You can watch this line right here. They're often going to have someone flank from there, but you don't even really need to sit there and hold this angle. You can hold the angle, but don't die for it. Just like pop right when they walk around, pop right. If you don't get the kill, walk around. Play the time on the bomb, because that bomb is going to force their hand to do things, and it's going to force them to take fights that they really shouldn't. The one thing you never want to do when you're holding the bomb, which I see people do a lot, is they'll go for, especially in a 1v1, 1v2 situation, their hand gets forced when they don't have to. The enemy team is, especially if they don't know where you are, or even if they do, there's no reason to be peeking. If they know you're around here and you're in a 1v2 with the bombs down, there's no reason to be holding this. You should be holding this and waiting to hear them try to defuse the bomb. Because if they try to defuse the bomb, that's when you can jump out and try and do something. At that point, they're not gonna force the bomb defuse until it's getting the last second. So even if you're in a 1v2 situation, you hear that bomb go off, they might have someone sitting up there. But if you can hop out and kill the bomb, it doesn't matter if the other guy kills you. You kill the guy on bomb, they're out of time. You win the round. So, I mean, once again, just like on A, you can mix these strategies up. You can smoke at different times in different ways, and you can take up different positions on the point. You can hide in here, wait around this corner, wait around this corner. You always want to have people holding hookah. If no one's holding hookah, you can hop up right here, check here, make sure someone's holding this door behind you. This is another good one. Hang out right there. Just spread out. It depends on how many characters on your team you still have left at the point of the bomb plant. And it also depends on just where your guys go. Just make sure you spread out and all your lines of sight are covered. Don't be stacking on lines of sight, and don't leave a blind spot. If you do this, I guarantee this will be successful. Especially, at least like this will buy you, these types of pushes will buy you 5 or 6 rounds, honestly. I mean, assuming you're winning your gunfights, which they're often easier to win because people panic when they get pushed hard. When you have a really like full push that is very aggressive and decisive, people panic. You know, even if they get one pick, you're probably going to still overwhelm them and take presence on the site, because when they're thinking about defending, they're going to have a few people go B. A lot of times you'll have 1 or 2 go hookah, maybe one at B long and then 2 guys at A, or vice versa. You might have 3 guys at A and 1 at B long and 1 at hookah. Like, they're gonna, when they see like 5 people flanking, you've got 2 pushing through here, 3 pushing through here aggressively with abilities that they might not be used to that exact smoke. They might not be used to that exact push. They're not going to know exactly where you're going to be. So you have the element of surprise on your hand. They're on their back, they're on their heels. They're having to rotate around. Their guys through A are like, oh, we got to take the TP. And then they get stuck in there and they get jammed up. Now, if you think about this is Brimstone's utility. Now, if you have a Sage on your team, if you have a Sage that's pushing through hookah here, put that ice wall in front of the TP. Put that ice wall in front of this door. You know, encourage people to use their abilities. And if you're playing with a teammate that plays one of these characters, Brimstone and Sage are so useful, especially in tandem, because they can they can deal with lines of sight so strongly. So, I mean, they wall off elbow, wall off that line of sight, wall off the TP, wall off over here. Just cut your LOSs down. Like, it just narrows things down and sets you up for success. And same thing goes for all the other characters. I mean, no matter who you're playing with, it doesn't have to be Sage. It doesn't even have to be exactly Brimstone. You can do this with any of the characters that have smokes, long-lasting smokes, walls. Viper can wall off areas. You know, yes, can people still push through them? I mean, Sage is the most useful because you have to shoot it or you have to wait it out, which takes forever to go down. But like, use whatever your utilities are and encourage your teammates to do the same. Just like try and cover up all of the lines of sight that people are going to be coming from. And that's how, I mean, even if you run these pushes, the other team will try to adapt, but they can never fully adapt to A or B because you're going to be changing things up slightly every time. And then you can bounce between A and B and they'll never be able to have as much, they'll never be able to have the amount of people that they need on the point to handle all 5 of you. The best thing that they can do as defenders is hang back and see where you go first and then rotate and take the 5v5 then. And even then, they're still going to be pushing on to the point when you have utility and you have your people set up and you're getting the bomb down. The best thing they can do is have someone hanging out somewhere down here. And when they see you come around the corner, they see you push hookah, they tell their friends, and they all rotate through here in TP and they try and pinch you. Now, that could be a successful strategy. That's called adaptation. But in public games, you're not going to see that a lot. So, those are some of the basic strategies. If you just alternate between A and B, push A twice right off the beginning. Often, even if they know that you're coming, they're not going to be able to outgun you because it takes, especially in public games, adaptation is slow. So they might have different people sitting at A each time. So when you push on A, they might have 1 to 2 people sitting on A. They might have 3 people sitting at A. But then the next game, they're coming in defense. They might think, okay, they're gonna push B this time, or they liked A, they'll push again. They might stack over here. You might get worked. Push over to B this time. Try that push. You're gonna be set up so that they're waiting for that hard A push because you just wiped them the first time with it. So they're sitting there going like, okay, we got to adapt to this hard push over here at A. They really like A. Then you're going to end up in a position where B is going to be wide open. You're going to get a free plant here. From there, it's up to you to win your gunfights. You just alternate. Alternate between A and B. Run A once or twice, run B once or twice. Switch it up. See how they're dealing with it. Sometimes, I mean, I've had games where I could push A like 5 games in a row, and even when they set up, we still won all the gunfights. Because if you're playing in public games, like, it's really hard for a team to adapt in general. If they don't have strong communication and good gun skill and map awareness, they're not going to be ready for something so decisive. Most of the time in public games, you'll have people just kind of like, all right, we're going this way, and they'll just kind of run in. They'll just run out of hookah and look for kills. And I mean, yes, that's not a bad idea, but I mean, most of the time people are just thinking like, okay, we'll just watch for enemies and we'll shoot at them when they come. They're not thinking, you know, the map's going to move that fast. Most of the time they're going to be sitting at A short over here. Where is it? A short. Most of the time the enemy is going to be like sitting at A short, like, okay, I'm going to wait for someone to peek. They're going to be sitting right around this area right here, or right around this area. You're going to have someone here going to be like, I'm going to wait for him to peek and I'm going to try and get a pick. Or you'll have someone sitting at bathroom like, I'm going to try and get a pick. They're looking for small picks. They're looking for little things to give them an advantage. They're not ready for a full push with abilities. And I know this game's only in its first week beta, but that's why we're trying to advance the meta here, is that, you know, I don't know if this will always work forever. I think it'll always be smart, especially in pickup games, to use your abilities in this way. I mean, the utility is, you know, astronomical. You always want to be using your utilities, but like, people are always, this is always going to be useful, because a lot of people aren't using their abilities that much, and they're not communicating enough, and they're not working as a team. And this is an easy way as a Brimstone main to take control. And, you know, you don't have to be a jerk. Just tell your team, you know, hey, can we push 3 guys through hookah and 2 guys through B long? Someone go B long with me. You switch it up. Someone wants to go a different way, you can go through hookah. Same thing goes on A. Just ask them, hey, you know, I got the bomb, y'all want to push A or B? Ask them, you guys want to go A or B? Whichever one they decide, just give out some orders, say it nicely. And a lot of times they'll do it because they're just looking to kill people, you know? They're just coming through, they're just like, I just want to get picks, I'm playing with my team, you know? I don't know. I found these strats to be incredibly successful in public games, and we'll have to see how people adapt to using abilities. But right now in the first week, people are not using abilities as expected to their highest potential. And right now you can really take advantage of that by trying to do that with your abilities. So those are my thoughts about how to push A and B on bind. And there's a lot of other nuances to this, but these are some basic strategies that will get you, if nothing else, they almost guarantee a bomb plant off the bat all the time. Almost every time I push, even if we don't win the round, almost every time I push A or B, if I have the bomb and I'm pushing with a concerted effort with tactical smokes, I'm getting the bomb down. And that's always going to set you up for success. You have to capitalize on that, but you're going to be set up to win. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, I would love to do a defense on this map. I would love to do a attack and defense strategy on all the other maps. So just leave a like and subscribe on YouTube. And I stream here on YouTube playing this game right now all the time. So subscribe, come in, check out the channel, say hey, much appreciated. You can watch some fragging. So see you in the next video.